Ladies and gentlemen, have ever felt like life is just too hard, like the weight of the world is pushing you down and you're about to give up? Maybe you've been through setbacks, heartbreaks, or failures, and it feels like you just can't catch a break. But what if I told you that the power to rise above all that isn't outside of you, it's inside you, waiting to be awakened? That real strength, the kind that doesn't quit, the kind that makes you unshakable, starts right here inside your mind and heart. Today, I'm going to show you how to unlock that hidden power, build a resilience that no storm can break, and grow the confidence that makes life's challenges bow before you. Stick with me, because this isn't just about surviving. It's about thriving, winning, and becoming the person you were always meant to be. Let's dive in and change your life from the inside out. Inner strength begins with the mindset you carry every day. The way you think about yourself and your abilities shapes everything in your life. Your decisions, your actions, and how you respond to challenges. If you believe you are weak, unworthy, or destined to fail, your life will reflect those beliefs. But if you can shift your mindset to one of strength, possibility, and resilience, you'll start to see your world change. Your mindset is like the foundation of a house. If the foundation is shaky, the whole house wobbles and may fall apart. But when the foundation is solid, the house stands tall no matter what weather it faces. The same is true for your inner strength. It all begins with what you tell yourself about who you are and what you're capable of. Changing your mindset doesn't happen overnight. It's a daily practice of paying attention to your thoughts and choosing to believe in your own power. It means catching those negative thoughts, the ones that say, I can't, I'm not good enough, or this is too hard, and replacing them with thoughts that encourage and empower you. For example, instead of saying, I'm weak, say, I'm learning to be stronger every day. Instead of, I'll never make it, say, I'm capable of overcoming this. Believing in yourself starts with small wins. When you set a simple goal and achieve it, no matter how small, it builds confidence and proves to your mind that you can succeed. Those small victories add up over time and reshape the way you see yourself. The more you experience success, the more your mindset shifts from doubt to belief. Another key part of building a strong mindset is learning to control your focus. Your mind can be like a spotlight. It shines brightly on whatever you choose to look at. If you focus on your failures, mistakes, or problems, those things grow bigger and seem overwhelming. But if you choose to focus on your strengths, opportunities, and progress, you start to see solutions and feel empowered to keep moving forward. Sometimes life throws curveballs that shake our confidence and make us question everything. During those moments, it's important to remind yourself that setbacks don't define you. Your mindset does. A strong mindset helps you bounce back from adversity because you understand that challenges are temporary and that you have the inner resources to get through them. You can strengthen your mindset by surrounding yourself with positive messages and people who believe in you. When you hear encouraging words, read inspiring stories, or spend time with those who support your growth. It helps reprogram your mind for success. Conversely, negative influences can weaken your mindset and hold you back, so it's important to protect your mental space. Daily practices like affirmations, journaling, or meditation can also help you cultivate a mindset of strength. Affirmations are simple, positive statements you repeat to yourself, like, I am strong, I am capable, or I can handle anything. Writing down your thoughts and feelings helps you process emotions and gain clarity. Meditation quiets the noise in your mind and helps you focus on the present moment, reducing stress and building mental resilience. Remember, your mindset is not fixed. Just because you've believed certain things about yourself in the past doesn't mean you have to believe them forever. You have the power to change your thoughts and rewrite your story. When you do, you'll find that your inner strength grows naturally. A strong mindset also means embracing challenges as opportunities to grow rather than threats to your comfort. When you face difficulties with the belief that you can learn and improve, you develop resilience and confidence. This mindset allows you to take risks, step out of your comfort zone, and keep pushing forward even when the path is tough. Building inner strength through mindset is a lifelong journey. It requires patience, self-compassion, and a commitment to keep choosing positive, empowering thoughts every day. But the payoff is enormous: a mind that supports you through life's storms, a spirit that refuses to quit, and a life filled with possibilities. So start today by paying attention to your thoughts. Challenge the negative beliefs. Celebrate your small wins. Focus your mind on what empowers you. Feed your mind with positivity and surround yourself with encouragement. This is where your inner strength truly begins, in the powerful, unstoppable mindset you create for yourself. When you build this foundation, you'll realize that no matter what comes your way, you have the strength inside to face it head on and come out stronger on the other side. That's the real power. And it all starts with your mindset. Failure, most people fear it, avoid it, or let it define them. But here's the truth: failure is not the enemy. It's one of your greatest teachers and the most powerful tool for building inner strength and resilience. When you learn to see failure not as a stop sign, but as a stepping stone, you unlock a whole new way of living, one where setbacks don't break you, but instead make you stronger, wiser, and more determined. The reason failure feels so scary is because of how we think about it. Society often tells us that failing means you're not good enough, that you've lost, or that you should give up. But if you look closely at every success story, you'll find that failure played a huge role. The people who achieved great things didn't avoid failure. They embraced it. They understood that every time they failed, they learned something valuable that brought them closer to their goals. When you start to change your perspective on failure, it stops being something to fear and becomes something to welcome. Imagine you're climbing a mountain. Each failure is like a rough patch, a tough climb, or a moment when you stumble. Instead of seeing those moments as reasons to quit, you see them as necessary parts of the journey that build your strength and skill for the next step. Without those challenges, the climb wouldn't be meaningful, and the view from the top wouldn't feel as rewarding. Failure teaches resilience. When you fall down, you have two choices: stay down or get back up. Resilience is about choosing to rise every time, no matter how many times life knocks you over. The more you practice this, the tougher you become. Your confidence grows because you know you have the strength to handle whatever comes your way. You start to trust yourself and your ability to recover. It's important to understand that failure isn't about the outcome. It's about what you do after the outcome. Did you learn from the experience? Did you adjust your approach and keep trying? Or did you let it defeat you? People with inner strength use failure as feedback. They analyze what went wrong, figure out how to improve, and come back stronger. This mindset is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. You also need to realize that failure is often a sign that you're pushing your limits and trying new things. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. If you never fail, it might mean you're playing it too safe and not reaching your full potential. Embracing failure means embracing growth, learning, and the possibility of greatness. Another important point is how you talk to yourself after a failure. Many people are their own worst critics, saying things like, "I'm a failure," or "I'm not good enough." This negative self-talk makes failure even harder to recover from. Instead, practice self-compassion. Remind yourself that failure is a natural part of the process and doesn't define your worth. Speak to yourself like you would to a friend, kindly, patiently, and with encouragement. Building resilience through failure also means being willing to try again, even when the risk of failing is high. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward despite fear. When you keep taking action, learning, and growing, you become unstoppable. Your confidence blossoms because you're proving to yourself, time and again, that you can handle setbacks and keep moving forward. It's helpful to reflect on past failures and recognize the lessons you gained. Maybe a failed project taught you new skills, a broken relationship showed you your boundaries, or a missed opportunity pushed you to try a different path. Every failure has hidden wisdom if you look for it. Keeping this mindset transforms failure from a negative experience into a powerful tool for success. Surrounding yourself with people who support this healthy view of failure also helps. When you have a community or mentors who encourage you to take risks and see mistakes as learning opportunities, it's easier to embrace setbacks. Their encouragement reminds you that failure is not the end, but part of the journey to greatness. In conclusion, building inner strength and resilience means shifting your relationship with failure. Stop fearing it. Stop running from it. Start learning from it. Every failure is a step closer to your goal. Every setback is an opportunity to grow. The more you fail, the stronger you become, not in spite of failure, but because of it. This mindset is the secret weapon that will help you face life's challenges with courage, confidence, and an unbreakable spirit. Embrace failure and watch yourself rise higher than you ever imagined. Building inner strength and confidence doesn't happen in giant leaps. It's about what you do every single day. The secret to becoming stronger, more resilient, and more confident lies in practicing self-discipline and consistency. These two qualities are the muscle and the training routine for your mind and spirit. When you commit to small, steady actions daily, you create powerful momentum that leads to lasting change. Self-discipline means making choices that align with your goals, even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing what needs to be done, whether you're motivated or not. For example, getting up early to work on your dreams, saying no to distractions, or sticking to healthy habits like exercise and meditation. When you practice self-discipline, you teach yourself that you're in control, that your actions matter, and that you're capable of pushing through discomfort to reach your goals. Consistency is what turns these disciplined actions into real progress. Doing something once or twice won't change your life, but doing it every day, no matter how small, builds habits and rewires your brain. It creates a rhythm and structure that makes success feel natural and inevitable. When you show up consistently, you prove to yourself that you can trust your own commitment. Think about it like planting a tree. You don't see the tree grow instantly, but with daily watering and care, it starts to sprout roots, then leaves, then branches. Over time, that tree becomes strong and unshakable. Your inner strength works the same way. Daily efforts, no matter how small, add up to something powerful. Many people get discouraged because they expect quick results or instant confidence. When they don't see dramatic changes immediately, they give up. But real inner strength and confidence come from patience and perseverance. The journey is about progress, not perfection. Every day you choose to act in alignment with your goals, you're strengthening your mind and building confidence, even if the results aren't visible yet. Another important part of this process is setting clear goals and breaking them down into manageable daily actions. Big goals can feel overwhelming and lead to procrastination or self-doubt. But when you focus on what you can do today, one step, one habit, one action, you reduce overwhelm and increase your chances of success. Consistency in these small steps builds your confidence because you see yourself making steady progress. Self-discipline also trains your mind to handle challenges better. Life is full of distractions, temptations, and tough moments that can pull you off course. When you practice discipline, you strengthen your ability to stay focused and calm in difficult situations. This mental toughness is a key part of inner strength. It means you don't give in to fear, doubt, or negative emotions easily. Instead, you face them head on and keep moving forward. It's important to celebrate your commitment and discipline, even on days when you struggle. Every time you choose to stay consistent despite obstacles, you're reinforcing positive behavior and building your self-trust. This positive feedback loop increases your confidence and makes it easier to keep going. Developing self-discipline and consistency isn't about being perfect or never slipping up. Everyone has days when motivation is low or distractions win. What matters is how quickly you get back on track. Resilience and strength grow when you forgive yourself, learn from mistakes, and recommit to your goals. You can also boost your self-discipline by creating a supportive environment. Remove distractions, create routines, and surround yourself with people who respect your commitment to growth. Accountability partners or mentors can help you stay consistent by encouraging you and reminding you of your goals. Finally, remember that self-discipline and consistency build more than just inner strength. They build your confidence. When you see yourself achieving what you set out to do, even in small ways, your belief in your abilities grows. You stop doubting yourself and start trusting your power to shape your life. In short, improving yourself by just 1% every day comes down to practicing self-discipline and being consistent with your efforts. These daily habits might seem small or invisible at first, but over time they transform you into a stronger, more resilient, and confident person. This steady commitment is the key to unlocking your full potential and achieving your biggest goals. Keep showing up, keep pushing forward, and watch your inner strength grow every single day. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate inner strength and build resilience is through developing a positive mindset. Your mindset, the way you think about yourself, your challenges, and the world around you, shapes your experience of life. When you choose to focus on positivity, growth, and possibility, you're equipping yourself with mental tools that help you bounce back from setbacks, stay motivated, and face life's obstacles with courage. A positive mindset does not mean ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. It means approaching problems with hope and confidence rather than fear and defeat. It's about seeing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow instead of as insurmountable walls. When you train your mind to look for the good in every situation, you create an internal environment that supports strength and resilience. Your thoughts have tremendous power. They influence your emotions, your actions, and even your physical health. Negative thoughts can trap you in a cycle of doubt, fear, and helplessness, making it harder to recover from tough times. But positive thoughts can lift you up, increase your energy, and open your mind to creative solutions. The good news is that your mindset is not fixed. It can be changed and shaped by the habits and choices you make. One way to develop a positive mindset is through daily practices like gratitude and affirmations. When you take time each day to focus on what you're thankful for, you shift your attention away from problems and toward blessings. Gratitude helps you see the silver lining even in hard situations. Affirmations are positive statements about yourself and your potential, like I am strong, I can overcome challenges, or I grow every day. Repeating these helps reprogram your subconscious mind to believe in your own strength and ability. Another important part of a positive mindset is learning to reframe negative experiences. Instead of thinking, I failed, you say, this is a chance to learn and get better. Instead of, I can't do this, you think, I'm going to find a way. This shift in language and thought changes how your brain responds to difficulty. It reduces stress and opens you up to solutions and hope Building a positive mindset also means surrounding yourself with positivity. The people you spend time with, the media you consume, and the environment you live in all affect your thoughts and feelings. Seek out friends, mentors, and communities that encourage your growth and believe in your potential. Limit exposure to negative influences that drain your energy or make you doubt yourself. Resilience is closely tied to this mindset because it's your mental attitude that determines how you respond to hardship. When you expect to overcome difficulties and believe in your ability to bounce back, you're more likely to take actions that help you recover. Positive thinking gives you the strength to keep moving forward even when the road is tough. It's also important to practice self-compassion as part of developing a positive mindset. Be kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. Everyone struggles and makes mistakes. Instead of beating yourself up, treat yourself with the same care and encouragement you'd offer a close friend. This supportive inner voice builds confidence and reduces the fear of failure that can hold you back. Remember that cultivating a positive mindset takes time and effort. Your brain is used to thinking in certain patterns, and changing those takes practice. Be patient with yourself and stay consistent with positive habits like journaling, meditation, or simply pausing to catch positive moments throughout your day. In summary, a positive mindset is one of the strongest foundations for inner strength and resilience. It changes how you interpret challenges and how you respond to setbacks. By focusing on gratitude, affirmations, reframing negative thoughts, surrounding yourself with positive influences, and practicing self-compassion, you build a mental environment that supports your growth and confidence. This mindset doesn't just help you survive difficulties. It helps you thrive in spite of them, empowering you to become the strong, resilient person you were meant to be. Building inner strength and resilience requires you to understand and manage your emotions effectively. Emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize, understand, and control your own emotions, as well as empathize with others, is a crucial part of cultivating lasting confidence and toughness. When you develop emotional intelligence, you gain greater control over your reactions and decisions, which empowers you to handle stress, setbacks, and challenges with grace and clarity. Many people underestimate the power of their emotions. When negative feelings like anger, fear, or sadness arise, it's easy to get swept away by them, acting impulsively or shutting down. This emotional turbulence can drain your energy and make it difficult to think clearly or stay motivated. But when you learn to observe your emotions without immediately reacting, you create space to respond in healthier, more productive ways. This control is a fundamental component of inner strength. To develop emotional intelligence, start by becoming more aware of your feelings. Pay attention to what triggers strong emotional reactions in you and how your body responds. For example, you might notice your heart racing when you feel anxious or your jaw tightening when you're angry. Recognizing these signals early helps you pause before your emotions take over. This pause is where strength is built because it gives you a moment to choose your next step instead of reacting out of habit or impulse. Another key skill is learning to label your emotions accurately. Instead of saying, "I feel bad," try to identify exactly what you're experiencing, whether it's disappointment, frustration, loneliness, or fear. Naming emotions helps reduce their intensity and gives you clarity about what's really going on inside. This clarity makes it easier to address the root causes of your feelings and take appropriate action. Managing emotions also means accepting them without judgment. Many people struggle because they believe some emotions are bad or wrong, and they try to push them away or ignore them. But emotions are messages from your inner self. They tell you what matters and what needs attention. When you accept your feelings, even the difficult ones, you reduce the resistance and stress that come from fighting against them. Acceptance doesn't mean you have to like or act on every feeling. It means you acknowledge them as part of your experience without letting them control you. Building resilience through emotional intelligence also involves developing healthy coping strategies. When you face setbacks or stress, how do you respond? Some people turn to avoidance, denial, or unhealthy habits like overeating or substance use. Others react with anger or blame. These responses might provide temporary relief, but they don't build strength. Instead, focus on constructive ways to process emotions. Talking to a trusted friend, journaling your thoughts, practicing mindfulness or deep breathing, or engaging in physical activity. These habits help you clear your mind, calm your body, and regain control. Empathy, or the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is another vital part of emotional intelligence. When you can connect with people's emotions, it improves your relationships and support network. Strong relationships provide a safety net during tough times and boost your resilience. Knowing you're not alone and that others understand you makes challenges easier to face. Emotional intelligence also helps you communicate more effectively. When you understand your own emotions and those of others, you can express yourself clearly and listen with compassion. This reduces conflicts and builds trust, which is essential for inner confidence. Feeling heard and understood creates a sense of security that strengthens your emotional foundation. It's important to recognize that developing emotional intelligence is a lifelong process. You won't master it overnight, and there will be times when emotions feel overwhelming. The key is to keep practicing awareness, acceptance, and healthy responses. Over time, these habits become second nature and create a strong emotional core. Finally, remember that your emotions do not define you. They are part of your human experience, but don't control your identity or your future. When you cultivate emotional intelligence, you build a stable foundation that supports all areas of your life. You become less reactive, more confident, and better equipped to handle whatever challenges come your way. In conclusion, managing your emotions through emotional intelligence is essential to building inner strength and resilience. Awareness, acceptance, healthy coping, empathy, and effective communication are all skills that empower you to navigate life's ups and downs with calm and confidence. By committing to develop these emotional skills, you create a solid, unshakable foundation that allows you to face difficulties with courage and grace, turning challenges into opportunities for growth. Building inner strength and confidence also requires that you learn to embrace failure as part of your journey. Many people fear failure so much that they avoid taking risks or trying new things altogether. But failure isn't the enemy, it's a powerful teacher. When you change your relationship with failure, you unlock a new level of resilience and courage that can carry you through even the toughest challenges. Failure is often seen as a sign of weakness or lack of ability. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned, especially when you've invested time, effort, and hope into a goal. But the truth is, every successful person has failed many times. What sets them apart is not that they never stumbled, but that they kept going despite the setbacks. Failure provides important feedback that helps you learn what doesn't work, so you can adjust and improve. When you embrace failure, you stop fearing it, and instead, you view it as a necessary step toward growth. This mindset shift builds resilience because it removes the paralyzing fear that holds many people back. Instead of seeing failure as the end, you see it as a stepping stone, a chance to gain valuable experience and insight. This makes you more willing to take risks and face challenges head on. Part of embracing failure is also learning to separate your self-worth from your mistakes. It's common to internalize failure as a reflection of your value as a person. But failing at something doesn't mean you are a failure. It means you're human and you're trying. By recognizing that failure is about actions, not identity, You protect your confidence and keep your motivation alive. Another crucial aspect is to analyze your failures honestly but kindly. Take time to reflect on what went wrong, what you could have done differently, and what you've learned. This reflection turns failure into a learning opportunity rather than a source of shame or regret. It equips you with practical knowledge that can guide your next steps and improve your chances of success. Resilience grows when you don't just bounce back from failure, but when you bounce forward, using the experience to become stronger and wiser. This means actively applying the lessons from failure and adjusting your approach rather than repeating the same mistakes. The ability to adapt and persevere in the face of setbacks is what builds lasting inner strength. It's also important to share your experiences with others. Talking openly about your failures can reduce shame and isolation. You'll often find that others have faced similar struggles, and this connection builds empathy and support. Surrounding yourself with people who understand the value of failure encourages you to keep going and reinforces your resilience. Moreover, embracing failure fosters humility, which is a vital quality for growth. When you accept that you don't have all the answers and that mistakes are part of learning, you open yourself to new ideas and perspectives. This openness makes you more flexible and better equipped to handle future challenges. Failure can also spark creativity and innovation. When your first plan doesn't work, it forces you to think differently, try new strategies, and explore alternatives. This process of trial and error is at the heart of progress and personal development. By embracing failure, you tap into your inner resourcefulness and problem-solving abilities. Finally, remember that failure is temporary. No matter how difficult or discouraging a setback feels, it doesn't last forever. Your response to failure, your attitude and actions afterward, is what determines your long-term success and happiness. Cultivating a mindset that embraces failure builds the courage to keep moving forward, the confidence to try again, and the resilience to grow stronger through every challenge. In summary, embracing failure is a key step in cultivating inner strength and confidence. By viewing failure as a teacher rather than a threat, separating your self-worth from mistakes, learning from setbacks, and sharing your experiences, you build resilience and courage. This mindset allows you to take risks, adapt, and keep pushing toward your goals, no matter how many times you stumble. When you make peace with failure, you unlock the door to true growth and lasting strength. Building a strong support system is one of the most important steps you can take to cultivate inner strength, resilience, and confidence. No one achieves true strength alone. While personal effort is crucial, the people you surround yourself with play a huge role in shaping your mindset, motivation, and ability to overcome challenges. A supportive network provides encouragement, perspective, and accountability, all of which boost your inner power. First, it's essential to understand that support doesn't mean someone solving your problems or carrying your burdens. Real support is about connection, knowing you are not alone, and encouragement, which fuels your courage and perseverance. When life gets tough, having people who believe in you can be the difference between giving up and pushing forward. They remind you of your worth, help you see solutions you might miss, and stand with you in moments of doubt. A strong support system is made up of people who genuinely care about your growth and well-being. This can include family, close friends, mentors, colleagues, or members of a community who share your values and goals. It's important to choose relationships where respect, honesty, and encouragement flow both ways. Toxic or negative relationships drain your energy and weaken your confidence. So learning to identify and limit those connections is just as crucial as building positive ones. Surrounding yourself with positive influences helps shape your mindset. When you spend time with people who uplift you, share inspiring stories, and focus on growth, you absorb that energy. It becomes easier to stay motivated and resilient because positivity is contagious. On the other hand, constant exposure to negativity or criticism can wear down your spirit and make setbacks feel overwhelming. Choosing your inner circle wisely is a powerful act of self-care and strength. Mentors and role models are especially valuable in your support system. They have walked paths you're aiming to travel and can offer guidance, wisdom, and reassurance. Learning from their experiences saves you time and pain, and hearing their stories reminds you that challenges are normal and surmountable. A mentor's belief in your potential can boost your confidence in ways that self-motivation alone sometimes cannot. Another key role of a support system is accountability. When you share your goals and progress with others who care, you create a sense of responsibility that helps you stay on track. Knowing someone is rooting for you and checking in makes it harder to give up or slack off. This external motivation often ignites the internal fire needed to keep improving and pushing through difficulties. In addition to human connections, don't underestimate the power of community. Whether it's a support group, a club, an online forum, or a faith-based organization, communities offer a sense of belonging and shared purpose. They remind you that you are part of something bigger than yourself, which builds resilience because you realize your struggles are not isolated. Being able to give and receive support in a community also reinforces empathy and strengthens your emotional foundation. Building a support system also means being willing to ask for help when you need it. Many people try to be strong by handling everything on their own, but real strength includes vulnerability. Reaching out shows courage and self-awareness. It opens doors to resources, advice, and encouragement that you might not find alone. It also deepens relationships because people appreciate trust and feel valued when they can contribute to your growth. At the same time, offering support to others is equally important. Strength is a two-way street. When you help others in their struggles or celebrate their wins, you reinforce your own resilience and confidence. Acts of kindness and encouragement build your empathy and connect you more deeply with others, creating a cycle of strength and positivity that benefits everyone involved. It's also worth noting that support systems can change over time. As you grow, your needs evolve. You might outgrow some relationships and form new ones that better align with your current goals and values. This natural progression is a sign of growth, not failure. Being intentional about nurturing relationships that support your journey is an ongoing process and part of maintaining your inner strength. In conclusion, cultivating inner strength, resilience, and confidence is deeply tied to the quality of your support system. Surrounding yourself with positive, encouraging, and trustworthy people creates a foundation that helps you face life's challenges with courage and grace. Support provides motivation, accountability, perspective, and belonging, elements essential for sustained growth. Remember that strength doesn't mean going it alone. It means knowing when to lean on others and build connections that lift you higher. By investing in relationships that nurture your spirit and challenge you to grow, you create an unshakable network that empowers you to become your best self.